Hello, I'm Greg with Primal Rights. Today we're going to be taking a look at the FN FNP Tactical. This is a newer handgun out of FN USA. They specifically designed this handgun to be a little bit more tricked out than their base FNP 45 model. There's a lot of things on this that aren't on the regular FNP 45. Mainly, this is set up to be a 45 caliber suppressor host. So if you wanted to get a suppressed 45 going, they're basically saying you buy this handgun and screw your suppressor on and you're off to the races. Some of the features that make it different are the raised Trijicon night sights. The sights are quite a bit taller, as you can see there, than you'd find on a typical handgun. The barrel comes threaded from the factory, and it comes with the thread protector, as you see here. But the barrel is actually stepped and indexed. This thread protector locks up at the end over here on a machined flat inside the thread protector. The controls on this thing are fully ambidextrous. You've got safety and bolt release and magazine release on both sides. They are pretty slim. They don't really stick out much. Typically, a lot of times when you get ambidextrous controls, they might be a little cumbersome, stick out a little too far. Not the case with the FN. Looks like they did it quite well. It has a decocking feature to the safety. It's a 3-position safety. So move it to up and safe, and fire is the next step down. Then you push it all the way down and it decocks. Has a stippled grip, pretty good heavy stippling. I'm not sure what the actual specs are on this stippling, but you know, it provides a good solid feel. Of course, the slide is textured in a couple of spots here, right across the back here where you grab a hold of it, and then again on the front here we got some slotting as well. First thing that you'll notice, you know, I'm not a tremendously big guy. You know, I'm about 6'1", and it's not overly big. I was expecting something like this to be, you know, Desert Eagle style big, especially considering it has a double stack 15-round magazine. That's a lot of rounds of 45, folks. That is a lot of 45, and you know, it is not really that wide or cumbersome. It's something that you can very easily get a grip on if you're you know, about a 6-foot guy. Smaller people, you definitely want to use 2 hands. The recoil isn't that severe on this thing, but it's you know, the grip is big enough to where if you can't get a full solid grip around it with the one hand, you're definitely going to want to double up on it. So maybe the smaller shooters out there may not feel very comfortable with this. A traditional 1911 with a single stack magazine or something with a smaller grip might be a little more in order. But I was looking for a tactical style handgun that I could go and run some matches with, and specifically get a suppressor put on it. And out of the box, the FN seems to fit the bill. One of the more unique things about this handgun is it comes in an extremely nice, usable, field-ready case. A lot of times you'll buy a handgun and it'll just come in some big, bulky plastic hard case, or it'll just come in a cardboard box. They really thought this out a little bit and had Eagle design a custom case here for them to hold this stuff. This is exactly what the handgun comes with, except minus the Trijicon RMR sight. It doesn't come with that. Everything else you see here, it comes with when you buy it. This is what you get. This case is heavily padded and reinforced in here, so it's flexible still. It's a soft case, but I mean it's built very well. The pocket up here to keep your manuals and whatever else you'd like to keep with you, a range log. Comes with 3 15-round magazines. And of course you've got the extra mag pouches in here. There's a spot for suppressor or toolkit or whatever you like to stick in this little area. Another little pocket down here, which back straps and various different optic mounting rails and everything is what's stored in there. But of course you can do whatever you want with it. Everything in this case is movable. So through Velcro, if you wanted to just move things around in here or reorient it based off your own handgun, or if you wanted to maybe swap this thing out for something else at some point, you can hang on to the case. It's a very nice case. It comes in very well packaged. I mean, I feel fully comfortable when I throw this thing in the back of my truck. I can just zip this thing up and toss it around and not really have to worry too much about anything inside being damaged. Now that we have some of the specs and features out of the way, let's do some live fire. Let's watch that whole sequence in slow motion. I've seen a few YouTube videos and people complaining about the Trijicon RMR sight somehow causing malfunction with the FN 45 Tactical. In over 600 rounds of firing, I've not experienced that myself. The FN 45 Tactical actually has not malfunctioned one time since I've owned it. And like I say, I've got about 600 rounds through it now, not that much, but it's noteworthy. It's a very robust and seemingly very reliable handgun. If you look at the videos, whether I'm using two hands or one hand, it seems to eject the case reliably and consistently. If you look at where that case is coming out in relation to where my hand is in the frame there, it kicks it out pretty much the same way every time. You can also see that while there is some recoil, it is not nearly so bad as I thought it was going to be. You can see here that the Trijicon RMR nearly co-witnesses perfectly with this thing. Basically, you just kind of dot the eye. But as you can see, it doesn't really matter where that dot is in the window. If the dot is on the target, you should hit it. The slide on the FN 45 Tactical is milled out so that you can accommodate just about any one of these little red dots that you want. They send mounting brackets along that should fit most of them. The Trijicon RMR seems to be the favorite, and I can see why. It's a very ruggedly built little sight. 20 yards downrange, I have an IPSC flag target from MGM Targets. We're going to take a few shots at that thing here, and you can see exactly how nice it is to have that red dot as opposed to just to the plain irons. Target acquisition is very fast and precise. The 6-inch center cutout on that MGM plate has a flag assembly behind it that allows me to see very cleanly my hits. Due to the fact that the RMR sight is in the way here, you can't really see when I'm hitting it, but the flag pops out on the right-hand side, and you can hear the mechanism work. The door gets kicked open and then falls back in place by gravity. On the last shot, I intentionally lower the handgun and then bring it back up so you can see how easy it is to acquire that target. This video review is brought to you by Simon's Outdoor Sports in St. Lawrence, South Dakota. If you're interested in purchasing a FNP 45 Tactical, please visit them on the web at www.simonsoutdoor.com. Join the forum at www.primalrights.com to comment on this video and others like it.